Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing, I don't know, a random video. I want to talk about makeup items that I treasure. Now these aren't necessarily favorites. One in particular, well, a group of particular products are like favorites, like they are really outstanding products, but this is mostly about products that I look at and I almost feel protective over. Like I love having these items in my collection. It's almost like a collection thing. It's like, you know, if you collect knickknacks or something like that, you have specific ones that are your like absolute favorites. Like you would be devastated if they weren't in your collection anymore, and just the fact that you own them is really special to you, and that's what this video is about. So some of these products there's one in particular I haven't even used. I've never used it, but I just love it so much. I'm gonna start with my Hourglass Confession lipsticks. So these are the Confession Ultra Slim lipsticks. So I have 9 of these and a refill. I feel like I had 10 or... My goal with these, when I got my first one, I was like, I am gonna have a massive collection of these one day. I fucking love them. They are amazing. They are so good. The formula is so good. Like I can't even tell you guys. These are probably up there in like top 3 lipstick formula I've ever used. I adore these and I'm just waiting for the day that Hourglass releases more shades so I can buy more of them. So my goal was to own 10 of these, but I feel like I actually ended up with 11 and I can't find 2. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Anyway, I've ended up with so many that I can't even keep track of them. And I fucking love these. Guys, these are so luxe. The packaging is to die for. And the formula is also to die for. These are super pigmented, super creamy. Little bit of a sheen. Not matte, but not glossy. They're like in between. But they just wear so well. This is not a favorites video, so I'm not trying to like, harp on about how good these are, but they're so fucking good. They are so good. And I love these. These lipsticks, when I see them, they make me feel happy. When I wear them, I'm confident that my lips are gonna last really well, and when it eventually does wear off, it wears off nicely. It's one of those products that I'm like, I can rely on you. Not only are you beautiful and not only do you bring me joy just looking at your glorious gold reflective packaging, you're reliable. I know that you have my back, lipsticks. You have my back and I love you for it. So these I treasure. I love these lipsticks. They are best investment I ever made, if you can call it that. My next item was gifted to me by an anonymous Beauty News subscriber, and I've never used this product, and I will one day, but at this point it is just very special to me. It is the Besame Snow White 1937 collection palette. And I do have another one of the smaller palettes from this collection, which I also treasure and love and adore and have not used. But this palette it brings me so much joy when I see it. I absolutely love it. So you open it up and got a mirror inside. I still haven't even taken off the plastic, like protective plastic. You've got like the cell drawing and, imagery, explanation of stuff, and then you have the shades. And Snow White was a cartoon that I grew up with, and it was one of my favorites. It's just like one of the classics that was a favorite of mine. And I just, oh, I really want to use this palette now. I'm starting to get inspired. It might be time. It might be time. Maybe I should do a just doing my makeup with this palette. But I just love this. And not only do I love this because I love Snow White and I love the nostalgia of it, but also the fact that it was like someone went to the effort to buy Kat and myself one of these each and to send them to us. Shipping is so fucking expensive. It's just, it's so special to me. I love it. I will never ever get rid of this palette. Like, never. I will always keep this, even if it's just like, you know, a piece that sits on my shelf and looks beautiful. I absolutely adore it. And Anon, if you are watching, thank you. Thank you for everything you have sent to us, actually. It's quite a few things that you've sent that are pretty fucking amazing. And I'm just thinking of that Christian Louboutin lipstick that it's another one that I treasure. I look at it and I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, this is beautiful. I love it, and thank you. Let's do something completely different to those fancy, beautiful things, and let's go with a blush sample that is like, I don't know, fucking 10 years old or something. It's falling apart. The lid comes off when I open it. This is literally falling apart in my hands, the packaging. I've had this for so long. This is the Clinique Smouldering Plum blush. Now, I don't know if they still make this. If they do, maybe it's about time that I purchase one that actually is suitable for use, because I still use this. I know. I don't know what it is about this, but this color is just, I adore it. Like, it just does something inside. It just makes me so happy. It is so pretty. And this actually came out of a gift with purchase, like Clinique thing. So it's a nudie plum, cool toned, it's almost got grey tones to it. And I just love the way it looks on my skin. It is absolutely stunning. And it's like, again, I kind of don't think I'll ever get rid of this. If they still make this, I would replace it with one that's suitable for use. But I still think I would keep this because there's something about it. I open up my blush drawer and I see it in there and I'm like, I love you. I love you. You make me so happy. I don't know why. I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but this old grubby product brings me joy. All right, my next products are a group of products, and these are items from the Smashbox Vlada MUA collaboration. So I have two of the Petal Metal highlighters here. I've got Rosemantic and I have Prismatic Petal. Now, Rosemantic is one with that, oh, fuck man. This three-dimensional packaging is just, it kills me in the best possible way. Like, death by beautiful packaging. Not sad about it. Mine was destroyed and repressed in the makeup breakup. We did it for the beauty of the product because the pan looked a little something like this beautiful baby, and this is Prismatic Petal. So the difference between these is, one, the packaging. You can see this one is not a three-dimensional rose, it is a rose in lips, but the inside was, this one did look similar to this with the three-dimensional rose. Beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. Now, this particular shade, was it Rosemantic? Yes, Rosemantic is, look, it's not really something that I can wear as a highlighter. You might be able to tell, but as an eyeshadow it is stunning, and I treasure it. I treasure it for the packaging. It is beautiful and it speaks to me, and I love it. Then the Prismatic Petal. Now this is kind of similar to MAC's Stylishly Merry from the Holiday 2017 collection. I can use this as a highlighter. It is absolutely stunning. It is a gold to pink shift, not that you can really see it, but just the pan and the color of the product, so beautiful. Kind of shows up texture on me, so it's not like an ideal product that I'm using constantly, but again, it just makes me so happy when I see it in my drawer and I'm like, oh, you beautiful beast. I'm so glad I spent money on you. I'll never get rid of it. Never. I'll never finish it, obviously, but I'll never get rid of it because I just love it. It makes me happy. Then I have the Petal Metal Primer. Now I didn't buy this. I received this in the Meccaland goodie bag, and this is not a product that I would have purchased, and I've only used it once. It is a illuminating primer, basically. It's not a bad primer by any means. I just don't really reach for primers, so you know, it's one of those things. This is probably something that I might try out in summer because it offers a little bit of a tint, but I am too fair for it at the moment. When my body is darker than my face, it might be helpful, but what actually brings me joy about this is seeing the packaging, because this particular packaging triggers memories of the highlighters and the next product that I'm going to show you, and that makes me happy. It's not even about like the product itself. It's literally about a product reminding me of other things that I own that just make me so happy. And I just, thank you. And the last item is another one from the Vlada Smashbox collection, and oh, fuck man, these are so pretty. This is the Rose Glitz Petal Metal Shimmer Drops. Now, I saw these quite a few times. I saw them at Meccaland. We weren't allowed to buy them. And I probably wouldn't have purchased them on that day, even if we were allowed to make purchases. But then I saw them in store quite a few times, and I was always like, I don't need this. I'm never going to wear this. Never. I've worn them quite a few times actually. I really like this product as an actual like usable product. But what made me buy this was the beauty of the product. So it does have a dropper, and essentially this is very similar to the Prismatic Petal highlighter, but it is in a shimmer liquid form, and it is so pretty. So I bit the bullet with this one because I was in store one day and I saw this and I was shopping for some other things, and I swatched it and I was like shaking the bottle and I'm like, God, these are so pretty. And the collection had been out for quite a while, and they'd taken it off the shelf and put it on this table that sort of featured collections that were limited edition, but almost like they'd almost sold out their stock. So it's kind of like what's on the table is what we have left. If you want it, buy it. And they weren't on sale or anything like that. It's just, you know, they're using it. They're not going to keep 4 bottles of this on a shelf taking up space when they can stick it on a table with a bunch of other stuff. So I was playing with it, and then I'd walk away and I'd go and like look at something else, and it was in my head, and I'd go back and I'd look and I'd be like, do I need this? Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like I can't get over like the beautiful shift of it. Not that I can show you guys, but it would not leave my head. And I was waiting in the line to pay for stuff, and I was the next person in line, and there was a long line behind me, and I'm like, I have to get out of this line and go get those fucking drops. I can't leave the shop without the drops. I need the drops. So I bought the drops. And I love the drops. They're so beautiful. Oh, I kind of wish I had one of everything from that collection now, because something about that collection, I just loved it. I don't know, it just felt, I think it felt really authentic to who Vlada was, but also authentic to who Smashbox was. And I feel like they came together and they just created a really beautiful Vlada Smashbox baby, and I could appreciate that. And the products make me happy. They're pretty. They're not like the most functional items in the world. I wouldn't even consider them favorites. Like, they're beautiful and I love them, but it's not like, I wouldn't be like, guys, you have to go and buy these drops if they come back in stock. They're amazing. Like, they're just beautiful drops basically, but they make me so happy. I do have more items, so I might do another video like this at some stage down the track. But what I want to know are, what are the items in your stash that you absolutely love and adore? And not because they're good products, they can be good products, but because they do something to you. They just make you happy to see them. Do you have an eyeshadow palette that you've never used but you'll never ever get rid of because it just makes you feel joy when you look at it? Or do you have glittery drops in your stash that you totally don't need, you rarely use, but just the fact that you actually own them makes you happy? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.